On April the 16th of this year at 4:20 in the afternoon, police in the German city of Essen received a number of emergency calls about an armed robbery in progress at a kiosk. Two officers who were in the area immediately went to confront the robbers, and about a dozen police cars made their way with sirens, flashing lights and everything. When the first officers arrived on the scene, two masked and armed men ran out of the kiosk towards them, and so they drew their weapons and pointed them at the robbers. Now, fortunately for the robbers, at this point they did exactly the right thing. They dropped their guns and followed the officers' instructions to lie face down on the ground and then to remain still. But it wasn't a robbery. It turns out they were filming for a YouTube video. This is a cautionary tale for all YouTubers everywhere. Now, I for one love the idea that these days just about anybody with a decent phone, some know-how and a bit of practice can go out and make an exciting, compelling and creative video to be enjoyed by everybody. But there are some things that you do need to watch out for. There have been some very nasty stories of people doing patently stupid things in the name of social media. For example, filming themselves on live railway lines, which in the worst case can result in injury and death, and even in the best case will normally result in trains being delayed, diverted and cancelled. Now, this incident is of course slightly different. These people weren't doing anything dangerous per se, and yet they were putting themselves into danger, as well as inconveniencing a lot of people and diverting the police away from other duties, including investigating real crimes. The police didn't know that anybody was filming anything, so when members of the public reported an armed robbery, they had to assume that it was an armed robbery. Cars were sent to the scene, the area was cordoned off, and even the tram service was disrupted. The young men playing the robbers were, as far as the police knew at that point, robbers. There were also 5 men inside the kiosk who had to be ordered out at gunpoint because the police didn't know who they were either. Turns out one of them is the owner of the YouTube channel that they were all filming for. The police had to question everyone, confiscate the weapons and the camera, and prepare charges against them all. Wasting police time, and more to the point, causing panic among local residents is not a trivial matter. Even worse, the channel owner and at least one of the other men apparently started arguing with officers and didn't show any signs of understanding exactly how much danger they had put their actors into. Now, German police may not be quite as trigger happy as some American police officers are said to be, but even so, they will fire if they believe they have to. The police department's press statement notes rather testily that normally professional filmmakers get permission when they want to film in public, and they inform the authorities of anything they can think of that might possibly cause this kind of misunderstanding. And this is what you must always do. Now, exact laws and regulations may vary from country to country, but the basics are the same. If your filming is likely to inconvenience the public, you're going to need permission from the local authorities. And if your filming involves guns, explosions, screaming, fist fights, anything at all, which if it happened in real life might get the police called, the police will need to know about it in advance. This means getting in touch and explaining exactly where and when you're going to be filming and what you are going to be doing. And this should be a no-brainer. If the police are called, you'll be in a lot less trouble and a lot less danger if they know beforehand that it's probably just you filming. I would also recommend informing local residents perhaps a week beforehand. Write a leaflet, put copies in people's letterboxes. If you want, invite them to come along and be extras. This will help to reduce the risk of the police being called at all. Always remember that whatever you are filming, your #1 priority must always be the safety of the cast, crew, and general public. Plan everything, do all the necessary paperwork, and inform everybody who might need to be informed. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to send me a postcard, here's the address. And don't forget to visit my website and follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Also, if you'd like access to special bonus content and help with the costs of running this channel, please consider making a small monthly donation on Patreon.